Tag in the building. Look, I'm trying my setup again, y'all. Got my headsets on, and I got a Georgia hat on for a reason, y'all. You know when I wear my hats, y'all gotta understand. I don't just throw on hats, just throw on hats. No, it's always a reason. So I know I'm late to the party. I've been working today, so I couldn't jump on like I wanted to. But I had to get to it now. I had to get to it. We had to talk about the news. Colorado landed a big recruit today, and this recruit is out of the state of Georgia. Yeah, yeah, y'all, out of the state of Georgia. And I want y'all to understand the first big recruit that Coach Prime landed. A lot of people don't know this. It was a guy. He was coming out of JUCO, and he was committed to Georgia. And dang, what's my man name? He went to Jackson. What's my man name? They always called him by a nickname. And I'm doing a brain freeze right now. But he went to Jackson. He was number 4 at Jackson. Y'all, please leave his name in the comments. I know y'all, and I think right now he got drafted. I know he got drafted this year, not into the NFL, but into like the XFL or whatever that league right there. Uh, but he was the first big guy. And I got a bunch of friends. Y'all know I'm from Georgia. I got a bunch of friends that's big time Georgia fans. I used to have a car. I used to have a white a white what was it, a Grand Prix. It was white on the outside. I painted my seats red. Um, we had Georgia signs everywhere. Like we used to be. I had Georgia what it is, like the little mats in my car. I had the Georgia flags and everything going down the road. Like we was Georgia heavy. Like and some of my friends, they still are Georgia big time. And I remember when Coach Prime went to Jackson, I was telling my homeboy, I said, look, man, Coach Prime gonna steal some of these DBs and stuff from Georgia. He was like, man, nah, he ain't gonna do that. He ain't gonna do that. He ain't gonna do that. He might get a DB here and there. And he got the guy. I can't think of this man's name. Y'all, what's the guy's name, y'all? That went to Jackson. The first big time DB he got that went to Jackson. But he was a Georgia commit and he flipped. And then he ended up getting Travis. Travis wasn't necessarily a Georgia commit, but he was in the state of Georgia. And you know Kirby wanted him, and he came over to Prime. So now here we go again. A big time player, Cam. I think it's Mikhail. Cam. What I like about his story, I like how he broke his story on it is what it is. With the show with Mason and Killer Cam. The mom named Cam after the rapper Killer Cam. And so the mom was able to go on the show and introduce her son to the world on their show. And yeah, Warren, yeah, yeah, nickname Nugget. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I appreciate that, Diggs. I appreciate that. But Cam mom was able to go on the show and speak to Killer Cam. You know, talk about her son, talk about her baby. She her son's biggest supporter, and I like how they was talking about that. And I wanted that young man to know, like your mom, she gonna support you when you up and when you down. When all the lights and stuff are gone and the contracts run out, or if you get yourself hurt or whatever, your mom, she gonna be there. So I like the bond that they have. I love the fact that he was able to kind of help his mom dreams come true because she met Cameron. She named her son after Cameron. Now she get to meet him because her son is going to Colorado. So all that was cool, and I like the fact that they were on the show to break the news. You know, some people do it on 3 or 24/7 Sports, different things like that. They actually sharing it with somebody that she respects. So now Cameron and Mace, they get the ratings, they get clicks and views, they show grows. They probably met like probably some people from Georgia probably never watched their show. Now they got to see they show for the first time. So that's cool. I like that. Um and I like the fact that Nick Williams is killing the game. Y'all don't understand what's happening right now, y'all. And I already told y'all If you want to win the championship, the road goes through Georgia. I mean, right now it's really going through Georgia. Y'all see who won the last two championships? Georgia. And it's like they about to win the three. They about to do a three-peat. And guess what they rosters filled up with? A bunch of Georgia dogs. Dogs up and down that roster, right? Coach Prime, if you look at how many guys we signed now, is it 10 or 11? I think it's 10 guys because one guy decommitted. I think it's 10. But let me tell y'all, it's one, two, three, four, five, six of these guys, Georgia boys. I just want y'all, hold on, y'all, because y'all don't understand. Hold on, y'all don't understand. Oh, y'all see this right here? Look at this, y'all. Look at this, look at this, look at this. Look at this. Y'all see this? This is a Georgia Cup. I'm a Georgia boy. I rock with Georgia heavy. But I don't like how Georgia did my boy Georgia what's his name? Fields. I don't like how they did Fields. I just they wouldn't let my man play. My man's in the NFL now. I know he was a great talent. They didn't let him play. And since then, when Fields transferred from Georgia and went to Ohio, I transferred. And now I just been jumping around doing whatever I want to do. And I like what Coach Prime doing, so I'm riding his wave right now. But I'm a Georgia boy at his heart now. Y'all got to understand that. But for me to look at how many Georgia guys they bringing in, they got guys from my high school coming in there, and now and they ain't done yet. But I'm letting y'all know. I'm letting y'all know. Y'all hearing it from me. If you want to win championships, you gotta go to Georgia. You have to go to Georgia. And Coach Prime understand this. Do y'all understand who Nick Williams is? Nick Williams helped Georgia start this win when he was on their coaching staff helping recruit. They had one of the top recruiting classes. Nick started it. Nick left and went to Texas A&M, helped them get the #1 recruiting class. So right now, I'm not worried about having the #1 class going to Colorado. I ain't worried about that. I'm worried about plucking the guys that we need, plucking the right guys that's gonna fit our system. And the unique thing about Cameron, him and Butler, I thought Butler was our best recruit. Now Cam is rated higher than him. So in the nation, he's like the 79th player. Butler was the 88th player. So Butler can play DB and wide receiver. Nice. Gliding around the field. Cam, he can play quarterback, DB, wide receiver, and keep returning. And he's left-handed. They can run a lot of trick plays with him. I feel like they can run trick plays with Travis too, because Travis can throw. So this is gonna get real interesting. Let me get to some of these comments down here. Let me see what y'all talking about. Old tackle. I haven't looked. I'm gonna write him down. Farius, uh, Edwin, Edwin. Let me see. Edwin, old tackle from McDonald. I'm gonna go check that out. We have some old tackles bubbling, some linemen bubbling right now. There's no hard commits, but we on some guys, some old linemen. So I think we're gonna look real good. Y'all gotta remember, the center's coming back. The center was a All-American or whatever his first year, and he's coming back. We got Brown coming back as a guard. He missed his whole year because he was ineligible because the transferring schools and stuff. He's a big time run blocker. Him and Shadua got a great relationship. I think it's a guy that was at Jackson that started at Jackson. He kind of like got stuck in the portal this year, trying to figure out what he wanted to do. And I think he finished up some classes. I think he wanted to come to Colorado, but he couldn't. I think because he had some he didn't have enough credits or whatever. So I think this is what I'm hearing, y'all, that he's finishing up some classes and he'll be coming to Colorado. So I think we got and I know we already had a lineman that was there that got injured, that was from Florida, and I think they got a friend that he knew that played at Florida that's coming there. So we got a good little nucleus of guys that's coming, and I think we got the big 6'9" guy. I think he's coming back. And if you a starter for a whole year, even though sometimes he let us down, but when you're in the system for 2 years, and then this would be, I think, his third year at Colorado, maybe his fourth year, he's gonna get a little stronger, and he knows the system a little more. And he's 6'9", 6'9", 6'10", big dude. Like he's coming back too. So our offensive line, I think, will be a lot stronger next year. I think so. Hold on. Let me stay on the comments. Uh, yeah, Cam Cousin is already on the team, and I want y'all to pay attention to that. Prime already got two guys, Eric and Omar. They from the same team. Now we got Cam and his cousin is I think Bradford. That's his cousin. They from the same team, right? And it's another big time cornerback that signed with Florida State. From what I'm hearing, Coach Prime has offered to his teammates. So if his teammates come, more than likely he's gonna come. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. And if we land this guy, I think he's the number one corner. I think, or I know he's a top three corner. Uh, hold on. Let me see. I need to get some glasses, y'all. I'm getting old, man. I can feel it. My said not a hater. Colorado under poor leadership. Uh, uh I'm not gonna say Colorado is under poor leadership. Okay, Coach. Let's understand this. Let's understand this. Coach Prime is holding these guys to a different standard. Coach Coach Prime is making these guys study and work harder than they ever worked before. A lot of guys are not used to having to put in this much work. A lot of guys gonna buck the system. I understand we had some issues with the play time and everything this year, but a lot of guys are trying to get accustomed to working this hard. A lot of guys are not accustomed to working this hard, putting all this work in the film room. And like you can see that the guy Brown that came from Jackson, he lost so much weight this year working out, getting shredded like an offensive lineman. He almost like a bodybuilder now because he kicked up his work ethic when he got to Colorado. So Coach Prime is finna get the best out of these kids. Coach Prime has put some starters on the bench because they didn't have their schoolwork right. They was behind in their classwork. So he before he would play them, he would put them on the bench. And I'm talking about 6'5" wide receiver stuff like this when he was at Jackson. So and I seen the video the other day with Willie Gaines and he was saying he was mad about this and mad about that. Willie Gaines was struggling to play at Jackson. He wasn't just a flat out like superstar at Jackson. He was getting playing time. He was making plays. So to come to Colorado, when you go up a level, you got more guys coming in. But Willie Gaines said in the video how high his GPA was. So if he doesn't play football at Colorado, he still might be able to go and get a job. And Coach Prime keeps saying we turning these. He's telling these parents, you give me a boy, I'll give you back a man. So I understand some people don't like the music, some people don't like the gold chains, but I even thought about the music thing because I saw that the DJ in the locker room, like before the game. Y'all got to understand this. Some people are party people. Some people love music. I had a roommate that he played for the Baltimore Ravens. He used to play music all night long. And if the CD would stop or whatever, he would kick the bed. I remember one time I was just watching him kick the bed. He was kicking the bed. He'll take his foot up and hit the bed, hit the bed, hit the bed, and his toenail hit the iron post. I was just sitting there looking at it just to see was he gonna keep kicking the bed or was he pulling my leg trying to make me get up and flip the CD over or whatever. I was like, is he playing with me or is he really like love music like this? And he didn't know he kicked the bed. He kicked the bed like 3 times before I put the music on. And once I put the music on, he stopped kicking the bed again. And the reason why I'm saying all this, Coach Prime had a album that went. I think it went platinum. I think his son Junior Bucky has music. Shiloh loved doing beats. He was in the band and all that down there at Jackson with the drum majors dancing. Shadur had sons. He's talking about doing a song with Kirk Franklin. So even though we talk about they're a football family, this whole family love doing music too. So Coach Prime loved music. And sometimes when you get to party and stuff around the team, you don't go out to the clubs. When you go out to the clubs and party, a lot of players get in trouble. So I think the atmosphere that Coach Prime has going on it is a little different. But how many players have we heard got in trouble, like off the field stuff with Jackson in Colorado? How many players? Knock on wood, I can't recall any players really getting in no big trouble off the field dealing with Coach Prime. Now in the SEC, you got all kind of scandals with players getting in trouble and everything, like Florida players, Georgia players, Alabama players, like Florida State players, like all the time in trouble. I haven't heard too much of that with Coach Prime. So if you're saying he's not a good leader because they didn't win games this year, they won more games than they won last year. And besides the game to Stanford that they was up by 29 points, every other team they lost to was ranked this year. Colorado shouldn't be beating no ranked teams Dion first year. So I can't say he's not a good leader. I can't say that. Is some of the stuff he do is questionable? Yeah, but I can't say he's not a good leader. All right, let me get back to the comments. Uh, yeah, the O line coming, y'all. I promise y'all the O line coming. Watch, watch in December. In December, once this transfer portal open, the O line is gonna get sold up. Watch, cause they got some guys they already he waiting on them. He waiting on them. And if they don't commit like they saying they're gonna commit, he's gonna grab some high school guys. So he's just waiting to make sure the guys is talking about coming if he can get them. If he don't get them, he's gonna get he's just gonna go ham on a bunch of high school guys. Uh yeah. You talking about the offensive line from Jackson, Ward. Um David Connor was the injured O lineman from Florida. Yeah. If my son was a 5-star, 350 pound, 65 months, I wouldn't want him around hood environment. What's a hood environment? You talking about the music and the go and the so what environment, what school would you like for your son to go to? Would you like for him to go to Auburn? What school would you want your kid to go to? Would you like for him to go to Florida that had Tim Tebow praying for people and Hernandez committing murders? Like what what school would you want to go? You want to go to Miami when they got the turnover chain down there? They started the turnover chain. Where you want your son to go? You want to go to USC where they lying and they putting people on payroll and they getting caught? You want to go to Michigan where they cheating and they getting caught for cheating? Where you want them to go? Tell me where you want them to go so we can figure this out. Because last time I checked, Auburn hired a guy that was recruiting and doing stuff and had women of the night fellowshipping with the players. He had 100 of them in his phone, and he was calling them up when he had recruits coming in. You want to go to Auburn? Where you want him to go? So he won't get into no hood stuff. Tell me where you want him to go. You feel like Bucky is a bad influence. Ah, Bucky is a young man. Bucky says some stuff, but Bucky keeps it real. I can't say Bucky. He says a lot of stuff where he just say, "Look, man, I had to find my way." Now, even on his videos, he said he had to find his way. And on one of his songs, he was just saying how he was trying to figure out. So Bucky trying to keep it a buck with these guys. Bucky helping these guys grow their YouTube channels and all that kind of stuff. So Bucky, he helping these guys. You might not agree with everything Bucky do, but I bet if we saw everything, I bet if we recorded you every day with a camera, it'd be some stuff about you that people didn't like. What you talking about, man? Well, Snoop Dogg is a millionaire, dog. So if Snoop Dogg can't motivate you, who can? Who can? If Snoop Dogg can't get you motivated, who can? You heard what Snoop Dogg said? First of all and foremost, what he said, something like, "I want to thank me. I want to thank me for putting in all this hard work." Like Snoop Dogg, he can teach some people some stuff now. And Snoop Dogg has done a lot of things for kids. He got a whole organization doing stuff for kids, helping kids. You're right. Coach Prime love music. Uh, he said no one wants a five-star diva offensive lineman. Who you talking about the five-star diva offensive lineman? I don't really understand what you're saying, Mac. You saying Coach Prime getting a five-star offensive lineman that's a diva? Help me understand what you're saying right there. We don't want no five stars. We want some under the radar blue collar guys. What you saying? Because I know I want that five-star guy out of IMG, the one that said he wanted to block for Shador. I want him to come. And I'm gonna say this: Prime, he does stuff for different people. They play different music. They have different music selections and different songs for different groups of people. Everybody has an input. Like Coach Prime tries to share. Like, look, I'm not just gonna play all rap music. I'm gonna play some country. I'm gonna play this. From what I heard, he switches it up. And if you understand, like Coach Prime, his teams are diverse. Even when he was at Jackson, he had the most diverse team ever at a HBCU. All this black hood stuff is fake. I don't think so. Even Cameron said that. Cameron said when he talked on the phone with Coach Prime, he was like, Coach Prime talk. He talk on the phone like he from the hood. Like he don't talk like he a coach with, hey, how you doing? Yes, sir. Nah. He said Coach Prime talk to you like you might have to check in. Uh, you said Tim Tebow prayer worked. What I'm saying is you had Tim Tebow on the team and you had gangsters and killers. If y'all go look at that documentary about Florida players that year when they had, man, it's a bunch of crazy dudes was on that team. You had Tim Tebow, the face of the team, but the in the background, you had a lot of stuff going on that Florida team. And like, remember, I'm a Georgia fan, dog. I'm a Georgia fan, and we play against Florida. We go to that rival game and stuff down there, and Georgia guys used to always talk about how many Florida dudes was always in trouble, like with the police, and they was getting like little passes and stuff. So y'all don't understand the stuff that goes on with a lot of these players. Yeah, yeah. Back in the day, coaches did give players money for to do whatever. I mean, I went on a recruiting trip and they gave us some paper bag money. Y'all say Bucky needs to get a real job. Bucky is building an empire right now. Look, I just started my YouTube journey where I actually try to get like monetized and all that kind of stuff. So I just really got monetized like yesterday. And now I'm starting to see how this stuff is calculated and all this kind of stuff. And I talked to some other YouTubers or whatever, and I'm hearing them. They talking about what kind of money you can make out here if you really grind at it and all that kind of stuff. And Bucky is doing something great right now. Like he's trying to expand his brand. I don't know if y'all that I mean, why would you want to have a job when you can have a business? When you can have employees? Uh he want his son around a good environment. Hey, look, I get what you're saying. I I'm gonna get moderators down the line. I'm gonna get some people, but right now I kind of like a little bit of this noise, cause now people can say what they want to say, and I can kind of like show the other side of their argument. Like some people can always say, "Oh, Coach Prime this, Coach Prime that," but they don't want to focus on the good stuff he doing. So sometimes I invite that so I can so I can just put my spin on it. Coach Prime and Snoop Dogg, they were Pee Wee coaches, but now Coach Prime is a coach at a Power Five school. Last time I checked. Last time I checked, I don't know. Yeah. Uh, hey, hey, you know what they say? They say haters gonna hate, y'all. What Cat Williams said? I need to get my haters. I need to get my haters up or something. He said. Let me see what they talking about with Nugget. Nugget was a in the team. Oh, Nugget was at Colorado in the team locker room a few games back. He announced he's playing pro football in the CFL. Okay, he in the CFL. Yeah, he does have a good personality. I saw the special on him. It was like a long YouTube video or whatever I saw on him, and he seemed like his family and everybody was like he went through whatever he went through, but he you could tell he had that drive and he was trying to do whatever it took to make it, and he had a good support system. What? No, what you talking about, man? You the one here trying to hate. Now these women on here, I actually feel like some of these women on here know more about football than you, Jones. Some of these women on here, they give some good commentary. I was on another dude, they made some good points. I was on another dude podcast, and it was some women on there talking. And it's probably some of the same women that's in here. And they was talking about how much knowledge they had about the game. So yeah. Actually, Jones, some of these women seem like they have more knowledge about the game than you do. It seems like you kind of being a prime hater right now. But but yeah, so back to the matter at hand. Coach Prime is doing great right now in the state of Georgia. He's actually doing better in Georgia than he is doing in Florida and Texas. So I'm trying to see. I heard the defensive coordinator was a great coach, a great coordinator. My bad. Dang, I'm just all over the place. A great recruiter. So I wonder how many of these guys that came from Georgia are they all Nick Williams guys or some of these guys? I think it's a way you can find out and see who recruited who. I remember somebody talking about that. So I'm gonna try to find out who's recruiting who and give these coaches their credit because I don't want to give Nick Williams all this credit if some of these other coaches are bringing in some of these players. But I actually do think it's Nick. Like y'all can tell when you see the videos, Nick have a different kind of fire behind him. Uh, I hope Nick end up being a defensive coordinator one day. He got that kind of that fire like Kirby and Muschamp. He got that in your face kind of, and I think he'll be all over his defense. Y'all see that time when Nick was pushing them guys on the sideline? He was pushing them like how and you sitting outside a club when people start pushing and everything, and it just gets your blood pumping. Cause he can tell the players was kind of like dead. He just pushed one dude, pushed another dude. So he was like, "Yeah, y'all get up, y'all get up." Nick got great spirit, man. But we looking good, y'all. We looking real good. And from what I heard when I was around the team with Vedosa, they saying White should be able to play, y'all. Now I'm telling y'all, if we get White and Brantley, y'all, every play when I was watching these guys from Georgia, every play they ran away from Brantley. And understand what I'm saying. White supposed to be better than Brantley. If White would have been playing, Valdosta would have beat that team last week. They probably would have dominated that team last week because Brantley had 7 tackles in the first half, and they was running away from him and double teaming him. So if you'd have had White on the other side, they would have had to double team White, and Brantley would have killed. And Brantley already had 7 tackles. It would have been stupid. Yeah, he a clown. Oh boy, he clowning. He clowning. Uh, so I want to see this running back, Welch. Welch. I went to school. I went to a JUCO called Georgia Military College in Milledgeville. He's out of Milledgeville. He's from a high school. I think it's Baldwin County. Oh, and RIP. It's a big time Tennessee basketball player, female player that came out of there. She went to the University of Tennessee. She played for Pat Summit. She just passed away this year from cancer. Her and Pat passed away from cancer, man. Rest in peace to both of them. But she was from Baldwin High School too. But they have a big time a running back. He's not high up on the charts as far as ratings, but I watched some of his tapes, his highlight tapes. He's a strong runner, real strong runner. So we're looking good from Georgia. So I don't know. We might lose out on that Boo. It's some Boo Carter guy. I don't know if he's from Tennessee. I think he's from Tennessee. So we might not get Boo Carter. Well, we still might get Boo Carter. But I'm gonna create a wish list of guys I want to get. And honestly, now we need a tight end. We need to land 2 big time tight ends, y'all. I hope we can get a tight end out of the portal. Cause see, I want him to already be developed, already like a year behind him, where he can put that college weight on. And 2 more offensive linemen, and we need probably like 4 more defensive players, like defensive linemen, and like 3 more linebackers. We need some linebackers. We got linebackers on the team, but I don't understand why they didn't play this year. So I don't know if they good. Did they just hold them back for next year? I don't know. I don't know. But y'all, this is what I got for the night, y'all. I ain't gonna hold y'all just to hold y'all. We will be on. I'm trying to be on in the morning. We will see. Uh, but I want to make this video for y'all because I said I'm gonna go live like 2 or 3 times over Thanksgiving, but I'm just working, y'all. Working. Oh, and if anybody out here, y'all truck driver, y'all struggling, y'all need some work, I can help y'all get on over here at Schneider. You can pick your own freight. I decided to be out here on Thanksgiving because there's some stuff I'm trying to do on my ranch. So I need money. I need money to make stuff happen. But if anybody truck driver, y'all wanna come over here, I help y'all out. I give you some direction. So that's what I got, y'all. I'm finna get out of here. Um, I'll be on tomorrow. Tomorrow morning we're gonna talk about some stuff. But I'll see y'all next time. Go. I'm gonna check these. Yeah, I'm out of here.